This is a KITV4 News special report.
We interrupt programming right now with breaking news on Tropical Storm Flossie. I'm Mahealani Richardson. Tropical Storm Flossie is weakening. It's still taking aim at Maui, but there are changes for Oahu. Meteorologist Paul Drews joins us now with the latest. Paul.
Well, he just came out with the latest update on Flossie. Still a minimal tropical storm with sustained winds of 40 miles an hour, gusts now only to 50 miles an hour. But what has changed is the forecast track of this system as it moves over the islands, when it weakens and where. As we take a look at that forecast track, once again, the latest shows it moving over Maui this afternoon as a tropical storm. But as it heads further to the west, it is expected to weaken into a tropical depression over Molokai, and then as it reaches Oahu, reaching the island later this evening with sustained winds of about 35 miles an hour. Continuing to move off to the west and remains a tropical depression as it expected to pass to the south of the Garden Isle. Now, as we take a look at what's been happening, why it's been weakening, it's been running over that drier air as well as some shear that's just over the islands to the north of the islands. That is helping to weaken the system and will continue to help it weaken over the next 12 to 24 hours. On our satellite imagery, out ahead of the system, we continue to see those clouds and showers. You can see that for each of the islands. And we also continue to have, or actually keep an eye on all that activity, shower activity, heavier showers there to the east of the Big Island, about to move onshore to the eastern half of the island of Hawaii. Now, the center of Flossie is to the north of all of those showers there to the Big Island. We're going to go ahead and take a closer look at where it actually is. That swirl there, just to the northeast of the Big Island, is the actual center of the storm, and that is what's making a bullseye for Maui. Again, expected to reach Maui County later this afternoon. There will be those showers with it and also very strong winds. The good news is Flossie continues to move to the northwest at about 18 miles an hour. And so while we will have stormy weather today, increasing winds as the day goes on for the entire state, some of that sticking around for Tuesday and some of those showers lingering into Wednesday, Flossie is expected to continue moving to the northwest and out of the weather picture by midweek. Mahea?
Paul, thank you. 10 evacuation shelters will open on Oahu at 3 o'clock this afternoon. They are the district parks in Waianae, Wahiawa, Ewa Mahiko, Kailua, Kilauea, Koko Head, Waimanalo, the Waialua Church of Christ, BYU Hawaii, and Kalakaua District Park on McNeil Street. The mayor says you may bring pets as long as they're in a crate. Evacuation shelters on Maui opened at 9 o'clock this morning. They include War Memorial Gymnasium, Lahaina Civic Center, the Kamali'i Elementary School. You can bring pets to those areas. There's also Hana High School, Molokai High School, and Kilohana Community Center. Again, 3 of those shelters listed are pet friendly. For a full list, you can go to KITV.com. And evacuation shelters on the Big Island open today include the Pahoa Community Center, Auntie Sally's Luau Hale, Laupahoehoe Charter School, Honoka'a Sports Complex, Waimea Community Center, Hisaoka Gym in North Kohala, Mountain View, Pahala Community Center, and the West Hawaii Civic Center. Now we have photos from the Mountain View shelter. Residents are advised to bring their own disaster supply kits with them. This list, again, is posted on KITV.com. Stay with KITV4 for continuing coverage of Flossie on air, online, and on your smartphone. We'll bring you live reports every hour from the Big Island, Maui, and Oahu. We'll also bring you the latest on KITV4 News at noon, 5, 6, and 10. And don't forget to download our KITV4 Hurricane app. It tracks the storm and gives you the latest information, and it's free. We now join our regular programming. Aloha.